full U.S. Senate. Senator Lindsey Graham, Republican there, just basically saying it appears to him that this probe is now a criminal investigation. Here are some more senators. Let's listen.
Concerning Comey's dismissal, because he is anxious to give wide latitude to Robert Mueller to make a determination as to where his investigation should go and what it should include. As a former prosecutor, I respect that decision. He did acknowledge that he learned Comey would be removed prior to him writing his memo.
Say that again? He what?
He knew that Comey was going to be removed prior to him writing his memo.
Senator Joe Lieberman has been now emerged as a top candidate for FBI director. Would you be receptive to that nomination?
I think it's a mistake to nominate anyone who's ever run for office. I'm somebody who spent a lot of time in law enforcement. This is a moment where we need a law enforcement professional that's never campaigned for a presidential candidate, never campaigned for office, never worn a party label to head the FBI.
What is your takeaway from the revelation that he knew Director Comey was going to be fired regardless of what his recommendation was going to be?
Well, I mean, I think the facts speak for themselves, and I'm going to not comment any further because we still don't have all the facts. We don't have the documents. We don't have sworn testimony. But he was very careful about not going into any details surrounding the removal because he wants to give Robert Mueller the opportunity to make his independent decision as to where the investigation is.
What does that mean for the congressional investigations? Do they now take a back burner?
Well, there were a lot of questions about him cooperating with the congressional investigations, once again with the caveat that he is no longer in charge and that he wants to give Robert Mueller the opportunity to deconflict with the committees of jurisdiction that are conducting the investigations. I think, but he generally, obviously, expressed a desire to cooperate with congressional investigations.
Senator Lindsey Graham has just told us that based on the briefing, this investigation has crossed, he thinks, an important threshold from a CI case to a criminal case, and that this may in fact limit Congress's ability to get evidence and bring in witnesses to testify.
Well, I mean, Lindsey is a former prosecutor also, and I'll let Lindsey's comments speak for themselves. What I sensed from him was an overarching desire to make sure Robert Mueller had complete discretion to take the investigation where he thought it needed to go.
Did he give you any
insight into whether the president's pressure?
Okay, so another major piece of news there from Senator Claire McCaskill, essentially saying to reporters that, that Rod Rosenstein told these senators in this closed-door meeting that he learned that the then FBI director, James Comey, would be removed prior to Rosenstein's writing the letter to recommend the removal. All right. So, Carl Bernstein, how does that jive with all of what we heard from the White House? And then later we heard from President Trump in the interview with Lester Holt of NBC saying, no, I didn't listen to anyone else's recommendation. I wanted to do this for quite a while.